switched off because I had a bit of an issue, even for just one rig the size of what I've got here. So that rig there, just standard, nothing fantastic in there at all. So quick update, AMD processor running at 4 gigahertz. It's got 32 gigabyte of RAM. It's got a GTX 1050 TX, or no, TI basically. 500 watt power supply, RGB case. So nothing fantastic in there, and that's really, once it gets going, it really generates a lot of heat, and it fills this shed up with so much heat. It's like an oven when I walk into it in the mornings. So during the day it's okay because I have my little portable aircon unit here running during the day when it's quite hot outside, so it keeps this room nice and cool for it. But in the evening, before I go to bed, this gets turned off, so it's not running during the night. Because normally the shed keeps nice and cool all evening right through to the morning, which is okay. Because I run some other servers here as well. So I've got my Unraid servers, storage for all my video work. Again, another server with more storage, and I run a few VMs on there as well, which is Microsoft Exchange 2016 server, which does my emails, and I run some VM desktops for people to remote access in as well. So this has to stay cool, but this rig generates a lot, I should say. This rig here generates a lot of heat, especially during the night, and it's like when you open the door in the morning, it's like going into an oven in here. So for that little thing there, it generates an awful lot of heat. So I've got this mining using the GPU itself, and I also got it mining the CPU itself. So you can sort of specify saying just mine on the GPU, or you can specify saying don't want to mine on the GPU, we'll use CPU. But I'm using both. Now with the latest updates that's been applied to this NiceHash miner which I'm using, it's still in beta, so it's version 2.0.22. This now allows me to, because before it was using more CPU than GPU, and sometimes it would swap around, so it was like hit or miss basically. But now this new update on there they've provided last couple of weeks ago, it now allows me to mine with both running at more or less equal. So at the moment the CPU, which I should show you. So at the moment the CPU is running at 56%, and the GPU right at the bottom there is running at around about sort of almost close, just a bit more, but it's average, and that's constant go at how it is, and which is better, much better. So now I'm getting a bit more, it's mining a bit more faster, I suppose at the moment, but it does generate a lot of heat, which is downfall. So if I'm going to carry on running this rig, I'm going to have to run it in another room or somewhere else, not in this shed, unless I run the aircon all night, which I don't really want to do at the end of the day, because it probably it costs more money, and B, these other servers will get too hot as well and cause issues, because those got large amount of storage in them, which does generate quite a lot of heat. So this shed is built more for them really. So I'm moving soon anyway. I've been housed into a flat, so we're going to take this rig to the flat. We have internet installed up there, and we'll run that 24/7. At least it's a bigger room, and I can open the windows up because it's on top floor. And the way my windows are, I can open one window at one side, one window on the other side. I have a wind tunnel coming through the room and air this out proper, and we can run this 24/7 and then do proper tests with it as well. I do have a second GPU card coming, same as the first one. It's 1050 Ti, and we're going to slide it in as well and use both GPUs and the CPU itself. Or if we find, I could actually do different. I could actually work two different ways around this. I can probably mine on the CPU, or leave the CPU out of it and just run off the two GPUs and see how well it goes. And we can use that instead. So that's probably what I might actually do at the moment. So far, the on and off bits and pieces I've been doing, I've made about £14 from this, which hasn't been running for very long. I've only had this running all day today from, I would say, about 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock onwards, until right now, which is about 8 o'clock now. So it's going to be about to be turned off to cool down. So once it's moved into flat, I can run this 24/7 with two GPUs, And what we'll do is we'll run 1 week on the single graphics card and the GPU itself. Then we run the next week on 2 GPUs and not CPU, and we'll see how that works. And then we'll run another week where we're using 2 GPUs and a CPU, and see how that works. So we can get like a base level of like what earns more, having all three on, or how see how it goes anyway. And yeah, so it goes. So far I've been mining on and off the last couple of weeks. So I've got another £2.11 to go into my Bitcoin basket or Bitcoin wallet, adding it to the other £14. And the market's going up and down. It's trickling up and down. And I was speaking to one of my friends out there, which he knows who he is, and he's actually invested in a large amount of money into Bitcoin. So I'm mining Bitcoins. He's putting money into Bitcoins, and he's averaging quite a bit of profit per week from what he's saying. Because I mean, it goes up and down. And this week it's actually going up. So this is a good time now to put some money into Bitcoin. Even if you've got a spare, I don't know, £100, stick it in. Give it a go. Give it a whirl. At least £100 is not a massive amount of money to do it. So I'm going to look at actually adding some money into the Bitcoin wallet myself on a regular monthly basis, as well as the Bitcoin mining, and see how much profit we can actually make from this itself. It seems like he's making more profit than me on what I'm doing. So seems to be at the moment a better option putting money into the Bitcoin market than it is to run a rig. Unless you've got like a 10 grand to spend on a decent size mining rig, that's the only way you're going to really make profit fast and have a quick turnaround. But this sort of setup, it'll take ages and ages to build up a decent amount of money on that side. But again, if you're not worried about getting money back quickly, then obviously this rig will be quite ideal. Just keep running, keeping it nice and cool all the time, just generating Bitcoins. And eventually, after 3 or 4 years, you can then look at it and think, oh, make quite a substantial amount of money, bank it. Maybe it's an option that way to do it. But yeah, so we've got that sort of. And also the other thing is, I'm going to upgrade this. I've got the standard CPU fan in here, and over the back here, boxes there, is we've got some liquid cool radiators. So this case will take a radiator at the top here, a full length one, but we've got a 2 base fan one, which is half, I think it's probably half that size. We'll go up a nice top here, and then we can link it straight onto the CPU itself there, to see if that will cool that down, not make it so hot. I know we can go full liquid cool system, because then you can include the GPU cards on the same rig as well. But at the moment we're just going to put that in as a base standard. I'm doing some testing on these radiators over here to see how well they perform cooling the CPU. They are pretty good, and I might look at actually then converting this to full water based system. So we'll have those to review very soon. So I've got the unboxing review, and there's some testing reviews to do on these coming very soon on this channel with a lot more networking stuff. I'm now getting more organised with this channel, as well as my Jack's Gear channel. So go head over to the Jack's Gear for other bits and pieces as well, and we'll have to stay tuned, and we'll get some more networking stuff on this channel. So thanks to all the new subscribers and all the new people who have been liking and watching my channel. Fantastic, thank you guys. And again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to like the video. If you don't like the video, put a thumbs down. Don't really not bother. Message me if you want to leave a message. If you've got any questions on Bitcoin mining or investing into Bitcoin mining, or you're already invested in Bitcoin mining and need to educate myself, go for it. I'm interested. I want to learn a bit more on this. Don't want to get too geeky though. Just very basic, because I just want to learn like everybody else out there. We don't want to have all the geekiness of like the rigmarole of it all. We just want to sort of learn very quick and easy. Is it worth putting money into it, or is it worth putting money into it? That sort of stuff, And what's the best way of doing it? Mining your coins, or putting cash into it, buying the coins, whatever way, what works. So thanks again, guys, for this live feed. We're trying to do some more live feeds soon as well on other products and stuff. We've got loads of stuff behind there. The man cave's coming on quite nicely. It's getting slowly tidied up. So that's my Mac editing station here. Got a lot of this crap to move around, and this bench here is my mining rig PC setup. So I've got a lot of stuff to clean around here. And as I move to my new place very soon, a lot of this stuff in here won't be here. So this will get much more tidier and when we do some video filming, it'll look much more nicer in the background. So thanks again for watching. Cheers, guys.